Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
Hey UI with Elle fans, I hope you're all doing fine. For today's vlog, I've invited a special guest. His name is Arkar Kyaw, or as I'll dearly address him, David. He is a top scholar, a student exchange veteran, and really a talented star who has a lot of inspiring stories and advice to share with us. How's it going, David?
I'm good. I couldn't have been better. How are you?
Fine, great, spectacular. All the good adjectives in the world. All right. And well, it's always a big pleasure to see you. Thanks for saying yes to take this interview with me. And where are you exactly?
I am at my dorm, which is in Northern Illinois University, which is in DeKalb City in the United States of America. I am now with Fulbright Foreign Language Teaching Assistantship Program, also known as FLTA. So I'm here since August.
Yeah.
And I'll be going back to Burma or Myanmar in May.
I see.
So it's a 2-semester long program, and I get to teach Burmese language, and at the same time I can attend tailor-made courses, and which means the courses that I really like to take. So it's not a degree program, but it's a program that is designed to enhance the teaching skills of English teacher in Myanmar.
Yeah.
At the same time, representing ourselves as a cultural ambassador, promoting Burmese culture, and taking back American culture with us. It's like exploring and sharing the culture, language, and teaching systems and education systems as well.
All right. Okay. Wow, that's so far away. We're on like two different sides of the world, polar opposites. So what's the really coolest, and the most difficult thing about being so far away from home, especially as an exchange student? Okay, let's hear it from Mr. David, telling us for real and straight from the US of A.
The coolest thing about being in the US and studying at a US university and being a teacher at the same time is that you have this opportunity to express yourself to the fullest.
I see.
And you have a lot of different perspectives on many aspects of learning, and it really, good to enrich yourself with the skills to survive in a developing country like Myanmar, and to give back to the community at the same time. And I think that's the coolest thing. The people here are very friendly.
Yeah,
and they are really, positive towards learning about others and stuff. So it really makes me happy when they are interested in me and the culture I represent.
Of course. That's so
the
cool.
most difficult thing would be, there are a lot of cultural differences.
Yeah.
So sometimes there is a barrier between us and me and the American students or American peer teachers in communicating, in understanding. And sometimes I miss home a lot.
Sure. Especially the food.
Yeah, especially the food.
Yeah.
But I am coping up well because this experience will, finally let me become more confident and experienced professional in the near future. So I think I'm lucky enough to be here.
Yes. All right. Great. Is this your 10th exchange, or anyways? Please tell us about the exchanges you've been to, including what they're about and their base countries. In summary, just short descriptions, please. And your proudest achievement so far. Just go ahead and be loud and proud, David.
Okay. I can go in reverse chronological order. So the first one would be this program. So this is the Fulbright FLTA program that I said before. It's based in United States. main theme being about teaching and sharing culture. And back in 2016, I was in Czech Republic. I was the only representative from Myanmar, and we were there to draft the educational policy that would later represent the ministers and the policymakers of Asia and Europe regions. And it was really a proud moment for me because, I was able to voice out the real problems and the challenges that we are facing as a developing country. So it was really a big moment for me. And before that, it was in 2015, I was with ASEAN India exchange student program. So I was in India for like 3 weeks. And it was also amazing to see our neighboring country, which has very, very long history and culture, and some of the similarities between us and the different approaches toward problems and the different cultures that we come to appreciate a lot.
I see.
And before that, in 2014, which is, I would say, the biggest moment of my life, and that program changed my life, and you are also part of it.
Yeah.
Because that's a program called SEAP.
Yeah.
It's the SHIP for Southeast Asia and Japanese Youth Program, which is based in Japan. But we also went to Brunei, Cambodia, and Indonesia at the same time. So it was really, really an eye-opener for me, because that was the first time I went outside of the country, and I get to see how far we need to go and how we can do it, and it gave me a chance to push my boundaries.
Yes.
And see what I can do to contribute, and how the leaders of the other countries are contributing back to their society in their best way, which really motivated me to become someone who can inspire a lot, and improve myself so that I can improve my surroundings and to become a better community.
Yes. And
so, yeah.
Those are your proudest achievements also?
The proudest achievements, I am always proud when I go with that program. I'm always proud to say I'm from Myanmar. I'm always proud to talk about my culture. But to highlight that kind of moments, I had a chance to give a speech while I was in India at a cultural talk.
Yeah.
That was a big moment for me, because there were like a lot of people, and some of the audiences are very big wigs, because they are like some of
big
one
people.
of them is a foreign minister himself. So I was like, it was a big moment, and I had to practice a lot before going off the stage.
Yes.
And I also had a very fun moment with this program while I was in Syracuse University. I had a chance to represent my culture.
Yeah, it's one of the top 3 universities I always wanted to go to. Yeah.
Yeah, that university is
near
awesome.
Long Island.
Really lovely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I had a dream once to study broadcast journalism, master's degree at that Syracuse. But yeah, just telling you didn't know, right? Go on, go on. Sorry, I cut you.
So there, I needed to perform for a cultural night, so I decided to integrate American culture and Myanmar culture at the same time. So I brought up the cup song from Pitch Perfect. So the first verse, I think I can play it to you later on. The first verse was.
I'll keep that in mind.
The first verse is it's the English version of it, and the second verse I sang a Burmese song with the same rhythm. And,
Oh yeah.
and the crowd went wild. It was amazing, and
Yeah.
it really gave me goosebumps.
Okay. I can tell. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. So wow. Now I want to dive deeper into the FLTA program that you're now doing in Chicago. Yeah.
It's near Chicago.
Near
it's
Chicago.
in DeKalb.
In DeKalb. I see. I thought it was Illinois first, but anyway, there's just so many
Yeah,
places
Illinois.
you've
Yeah,
been to.
it's in Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois is a state. Illinois
Yeah,
is a
I
state.
say Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. What is this about? Like in terms of what kind of organization came up with this program? And well, I just want to know your highlights of the experience so far and the outcomes, what you're going to get as when you complete it. And, yeah.
So the program is all about, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
First 50% is you being a teacher there,
Yes.
you being a cultural ambassador there,
Yeah.
you being a exchange student who not only exchange the culture but also the teaching methodologies and concept of learning. And another 50% is that you being the complete cultural ambassador,
Yeah.
you being one of the representative that make sure the American kids get to know people from other countries so that
Yeah,
they would have
sure.
a better opinion on the world.
Yeah.
So some of the highlights are that we need to take the methodology courses
Yes.
in the States at the
Mhm.
university that I'm teaching,
Yeah.
and which
Cool.
gave me a lot of new concepts and new approaches towards
Yes.
language learning,
Yes.
and which is very, very different from the one we are practicing back in Myanmar. And I
see.
think both of the practices can make a very good hybrid version of learning approaches that can make our language learner become, more facilitated to
Yeah,
reach
sure.
them faster.
I see.
So at the end of the program, I think I would get a very, fit version of education that I want, because I said fit because it's tailor-made. You get to
Tailor-made.
choose the courses that
Yeah.
you want to attend. So that program also means you are a teacher half-time,
Yes.
and you are also a student, which
Yes.
lets you take 2 courses per semester. So you get to take 4 courses of that you want.
Yes.
Only one exception, which is one of them has to be something about American culture.
Oh yeah.
For me, it didn't matter because I always wanted to learn about American culture.
Yeah.
And I
me
chose
too.
to go for history of American education, which is
Yeah.
also my interest. So it was really lovely. I had a chance to, I really came up with a lot of different ideas that I can make a better
I see.
contribution back to my society.
Yeah.
I came up with ideas about enhancing language teachers back in my
Yeah.
country, which I would be implementing very soon when I come back. And this is a very precious program because it is sponsored by IIE,
Yeah.
which is the State Department of Education
Yes.
department, and it was operated back in Myanmar by the U.S. Embassy.
Sure. I see.
And
Upon completion.
you get. Sorry.
Upon completion. Yeah.
Upon completion, you will get a certificate.
Yeah.
And you'll get a certificate, and you can take home the credit that you got from the courses, so that you can transfer later on whatever the course you're doing.
Yes.
And,
I see.
And a lot of certificates. You got the cultural competency training certificate.
Yeah.
You
Cool.
got the mid-year conference certificates, which has a lot of diverse portions
Yeah.
of language teaching
Yes.
and and other stuff. And you also get certificate on teacher training given by the host university.
Yeah.
And finally, you also get the certificate of the FLTA completion,
I see.
which is signed by a very big figure of the U.S. State Department. Sometimes it can be as high as a mayor or some. I'm not really sure who usually signed it. It depends on who is free. But it used to be the signature on that certificate will give you a very, very good career prospect. I can assure you that.
Yes, that's true.
So this is the life-changing experience for me and every FLTA. I can say that.
Yes.
And I would encourage all of the English teachers to try out for this, because this is really, a life-changing thing for everyone, and we need this as teachers in Myanmar.
Yes,
we need this.
Yes.
And
sometimes, as in most other U.S. State Department health programs, the certificate is signed by the President of the United States himself, right? Yeah, it used to be like that.
Yes, programs like YCLE, I guess they are signed. They are signed by the President himself.
Yes,
and it was back when Barack Obama was the president. I'm not sure who signed this year, because I haven't heard about that quite surely. So that's why I'm not saying anything very specific, because we don't know who's gonna sign sometimes.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, the system that operates depends on the president.
Of course.
Sometimes the president himself is willing to sign. Sometimes he's not free to sign.
No, you're right.
So we cannot take it for granted.
Yes.
Bright like a diamond.